never learn. I'm feeling some game like a big
Hamzam family, welcome to the Rhythm Scoop Show right here on the Blackout Fan Network, being on the 14th of May the year 2021. We want to say karibuni sana to yet another interesting episode of the Rhythm Scoop Show. We get to discuss our matters, entertainment, and what is happening from around the continent of Africa and even beyond. My name is Spikes, alongside my co-host Joby and Kami.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well this wonderful morning. Of course, the weekend is just kicking in, and we know that our Muslim brothers, Muslim brothers are celebrating their Eid Mubarak today, and of course, we want to say Eid Mubarak to them. And also, the weekend is kicking in. I don't know how has your week been, and of course, do interact with that. That is on Facebook at the Blackout Fan Network, on Twitter, and also on Instagram. And also you can call us, that is at the 2+254 754 402 730. And you can interact with us. This is the Rhythm Scoop Show alongside Kami.
And of course, that is basically the word for the day. Karibuni sana to the Rhythm Scoop Show. My name is Kami. Kidogo niambukize the lower accent, but I got myself just right on time. To those who are, to our Muslim brothers and sisters who are celebrating, that is the Eid Mubarak. Of course, we are wishing you all the best. But mkumbuke inaisha pia leo, so at least tutapata amani kidogo.
Kami, you're jealous.
Yeah, just because I haven't gotten any invitation. But then again, guys, we're looking forward to having an interesting show. Remember, you can feel free to call us in. You can also feel free to give in your views regarding the topics that we have set for you today.
And of course, that's the wonderful vibe. And now we are looking forward to getting an interesting show. I played you some music coming all the way from Zimbabwe. The name of the song is Kunini Gipanda. And that has been done by the one and only BMD featuring Troy. And of course, there are so many languages spoken in Zimbabwe. We did have the one and only, her name was the African Tess, and she was with us as a part of the Blackout Fan Network. And she did get to let us know some of the main languages that are spoken in Zimbabwe. There is Shona, which I believe is the largest language spoken in Zimbabwe. There is also Chewa. We also do have Venda, we do have Tswana, we do have Kosa, we do have Kosa speaking people in Zimbabwe as well. We do have Tonga, we do have Songa, we do have Southern Sotu, we also do have the Dembele as well. So if you are interacting with these brothers and sisters from Southern African nation of Zimbabwe, you would rather also like to know how to do some greetings in Shona and Dembele. That would be, I think, personally, I would just like to know how to go about, communicating in their language. I don't know. Kami, when it comes to African continent, do you have any language that you really would, have had and, perhaps might have an interest in that maybe, one day you would like to learn?
Apart from Kikisi, definitely there's some languages I love to learn. But I've heard you talk about some South African, that is the likes of Kosa. That one it could be a little bit hectic. But for me, I think in terms of languages, I'll still want to learn more of Kinyarwanda. Because Kinyarwanda and Kikisi kuna venye tu zinakaribiana kiplani. So I wouldn't be straining a lot in terms of learning any African language. Kenya, Rwanda, and also some little bit of Nigerian. Hey, that's English.
Igbo? Oh, there's so many. There's Igbo, there's Yoruba.
Yoruba now. Yoruba, my friend, is okay with me now.
Okay. For Joby, how many languages do you speak?
I speak how many languages? 2. I know of Kamba. I know Kikuyu. I know some of Luya.
Wow.
A little bit of Luo. A little bit of Kisi. A little bit of Somali.
Girl, you just said 2.
So how many are those?
Wow.
Those are 6. I think she just mentioned 6 plus
Yeah, but
English
the
as
one
well.
that I've always been interested in so much since I was in school, it was Kikuyu and Somali.
Wow.
Because I could imitate, I'm that kind of a person when I hear a word and I'm interested in, I'm just gonna keep on repeating it till I know the meaning. Now, utaniambia, you tell me whether you like it or not, whether it's a language or not. I just wanna know. So Somali for me. I don't know why, but I just love Somali.
That's Joby. That's Joby, and she says she would be interested in learning some Somali languages. We have the Borana right here, and we also do have some Lendile, and among other different languages that I might be confused for the Somali. You know, there are subgroups: the Samburu, the Lendile, there's the Borana. There's so many of them, but I don't know which particular one that Joby might be interested in. Borana, the Borana. We do have one of most famous presenters on Capital. I think she left Capital. Her name was Amina. She does a present on the trend, and she is Borana. But I've never had, our people have no sense of pride in their own language.
Yeah.
I've never had Amina. Not let me just even say Amina. Even myself, I have not done shows with. I've just played music. I've just played music from Central Kenya, but I have not really done any shows. Just getting to teach people. But for Swahili, you have been doing our classes on the Black Hot Fire Network. Over the last year we did a lot of our classes for Swahili, and in case you would like to find those ones, make sure you check us out on our social media platforms, and also on Spreaker, on Spreaker as well, and also on YouTube. You will be able to find some of those shows, and and also get to learn a little bit over some Swahili right there. We shall be taking a short break, and of course, like I said, we're looking forward to having an interesting show. But before then, we want to keep jamming. Being on a Friday, for the Muslim community, they are having their holiday. It's also a national holiday in Kenya, but nonetheless, we are here and we are jamming with you. And the name of the next jam is actually Lagos City. Hey, and that is Onyeka right there by Burna Boy, representing for Lagos, Nigeria, and the African continent at large. And of course, we want to congratulate Burna Boy because he has been the first African artist to have 3 albums that have streamed over 100 million streams on all the 3 albums. For the African giant, we also did have a Choices Talk, and also we did have Outside. And these albums have actually each streamed over 100 million streams on Spotify, which is really a good vibe. And I was asking Kami whether she really feels that Burna Boy can be able to hold up the momentum, or atakama amepitwa.
Burna Boy nasema bado he's still in the game is the it thing. You've heard about his new song Kilometer. It is just a vibe to me, and I can say, considering that this is an artist, I think I started listening to Burna Boy back then in 2018. That is when I think that is when he really did get to hit the waves a lot. And there was a time he really took his time off music. I think maybe took his time, maybe it was the dating with Stefan. Yeah, kuna time alikuwa maintain. No, they're still dating, but there was a time
alikuwa ameachwa. Kuna time alikuwa ameachana.
Could be sasa boicha maybe alikuwa anapitia shida, but there was a time we maintained
exactly.
But I can say he's still make comeback. He's done a lot of collaboration. I know all of us, we used to jump to the likes of Angelina. I just was it Angelina? Angelina, exactly. And I mean, he's just released a lot of songs. And the first time I heard about Burna Boy was this jam called Yawa Day. Let me tell you, I used to do entertainment back when in high school. Exactly. You really needed to jump to some Burna Boy. So I can say back from 2012, 2018, when I now really got to be a little bit, hey, let me take a look at this artist. He's progressing on well.
And apart from apart from Kulia the whole day was Kitanda, but he has been one of the most consistent artists.
You must cry.
Romance.
But Roman, you must cry if you
really
love a woman.
Yeah,
if you're really into a woman and she does you shit, you're gonna cry.
They say them gangsters. Ata Harmonize wenye alisema, ata gangsters wenye
wanalia. Was he crying for the Russian woman?
Don't play with emotions.
Eventually alimuacha. But after that, Nanda, you cry, then what?
It's so hard.
But anyhow, family, we are excited that you are with us at joining us on the Rhythm Scoop Show on the Black Hot Fire Network. Remember, you can hit us up on our social media platforms. We are on Twitter, Black Hot Fire. You can also find us on Instagram, Black Hot Fire Network. You can also find us on our official website, which is www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. In case you would like to drop us an email, feel free to do so. You can use blackhotfireafrica@gmail.com. And on the Rhythm Scoop Show, like we told you, we're just giving you a scoop of the best entertainment vibes from around the African continent. And of course, I was wondering to myself, there are some countries that never feature anywhere when it comes to entertainment. For example, I would just like to ask, do you know any artists from Djibouti?
I beg, no. Don't even go to Djibouti. Countries like even Togo. There's just some countries, when you get to hear that these artists are coming to perform, you're like, I don't think they're going to pull a crowd because okay, there's music in their country, but there isn't some type of competition as the one. In terms of competition from countries like Kenya, Nigeria, Tanzania, Uganda. It's also trying, but these other countries, I think there's just a lot that needs to be done in their music, or perhaps they're still in the music industry, but they're just more of a tradition, or maybe most of the time they get to perform during weddings. Could be.
I know of one from Eritrea.
Yeah, could be.
Djibouti,
yeah, could be.
Though she's in US, so I think that's why she hit, because she's in US. I wish it would have been in our country, whereby she's just the fact that we know she just comes from Eritrea. She doesn't. She's not there. She doesn't live there. She lives in US.
I think it's more like this lady. What is her name? Aya Nakamura. Aya Nakamura is from. Is it? Mali. I think maybe Mali, but she does not live in Mali, so you can see it gets to sell more maybe when she's outside our African country.
Yeah, I think that is the case for many people. But of course, I was asking you about Eritrea or Djibouti because simply we do have some of the artists that have been making the music. And for example, the Canadian artist he goes by the name The Weeknd. The Weeknd is actually from Eritrea, but he has not been brought up in Eritrea. Wow. He was brought up in Canada. And of course, what
Wow,
you get to realize
that's
that you know,
amazing. You're from
sometimes artists are also get to put on you know, and put the countries on the map. If you ask me, I think that they get to put the countries on
Because
the
the
map.
weekend, I think his latest, I love my country called the name, but he's wearing some red coat.
Yeah.
There's a song that he's wearing some red coat, which has really made waves. The weekend has, even from the time he did get to shave his dreadlocks, I think he turned okay, sort of different, but then again, it really got to sell him more in the music industry. I never knew he had some Eritrean.
He was actually from Ethiopia. Let me just correct myself. It's actually from Ethiopia, but his actual name is Abel Makonnen Tesfaye. Then you find people have some funny names. But that is the weekend for you. He was born, of course, to Ethiopian immigrants, and these are Makonnen and Samra Tesfaye, and he was brought up in Toronto, in Ethiopia. But yeah, you might be thinking, I do not know any Ethiopian artists, I do not know any Eritrean artists, but they are there, only that maybe they are not doing the music in their own country. But nonetheless, I wanted to draw our attention to Cameroon, because in Cameroon you also do have some wonderful talents that, you know, most of the time you will not find them trending, or maybe, I don't know, there's a problem. If you ask me of any Cameroonian artist, I do not know many. But what is happening right now is that there is a new singer who goes by the name Charlotte Dipanda. She has released her new album on her journey to empower women and girls.
Charlotte or Charlotte?
I don't know.
Specs will tell you
Charlotte.
it's a tomato.
It depends on the school. If you went to a private school, it might be what she is saying. For myself, represent for all the government public schools, I would just say it as I know it, and you know, it's what it is. But nonetheless, we shall be playing a little bit of the music by Charlotte, and we shall be getting to hear a little bit of her vibe. Let me know what you think about Charlotte. Unaona kama Africa Bay ama she is not. That is Charlotte, and the name of the song is Core, and I cannot pronounce this French words, but nonetheless, please do let us know if she's jamming or not.
Je te rappelle encore la première fois quand je t'avais invité, t'étais dans ma chamboule.
C'est pas moi, c'est ma soeur.
Arrête un peu tes histoires. Le plus important pour moi est que j'ai déjà attrapé ton pied. Ah, j'adore ça. On te paye le sang pour moi.
Pour toi je veux ouvrir la page. J'avoue j'avais promis du repos à mon cœur, mais toi tu ouvres une nouvelle page. Bébé, mon amour, je te promets d'être cette épaule sur laquelle tu peux te poser quand tout va mal. Faudra me pardonner si je manque d'écoute. Fais-moi juste un peu l'amour. Oh non, dis-moi moi ni la ni l'octave. Donc là je veux ouvrir la page. Oh, dis-moi d'avoir en pilotage. Donc là je veux ouvrir
songs at Zam. I just like to get feedback from Joby.
It's an amazing vibe. It sounds like the song The Kachwa.
Oh, yeah, Levis.
And also it sounds like a Lingala, some
like
rumba type.
yeah.
Hey, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It has a rumba vibe to it, and she's 35-year-old coming all the way from Yaoundé, the capital of Cameroon, and she sings her music in a couple of languages. She does in the music in French, in the language known as Abakaka, and she also sings in Douala. What are your thoughts on the music, Cam?
I think I love the music, and at first, getting to sing, you said it is in French.
Yeah.
Getting to even speak French is something very hard, because I'm taking a look at the articulation, like just something. And I love how it is, sounds more of a Lingala, sounds more of a, if you are not keen, yes, a rumba. And also, if you are not watching the video at first, to think this is Aya Nakamura singing, because there's some
She has a voice.
similarities to that. And in terms of the Cameroonian artist, I think I remembered one, and he's a very controversial one, the billionaire that is at Grand P. Grand P, that let me call him, he's a tiny young man who married this a huge socialite, some huge socialite. I think you have seen Exactly. No, I think he's from Cameroon.
The chick was not Tanzania?
No, the girl she's from Cameroon. And yes, I've heard their songs, but I cannot even pronounce them. But for Grand P, it's more like the chipping for me, so I can't really even get to know what he gets to sing. Yeah, but in terms of the Cameroonian artists, I think they sort of sing the same.
The song that we just listen to is known as Kua and Cage, which means a caged heart in English, and she's doing some wonderful music. She has recently dropped an album, and she's talking about her journey and also her work empowering women in Cameroon. She says, I like the idea that people listen to my music when they are down. This is because they are willing at that moment. It was a bias at the beginning of my career to tell me that I was an African, as we always tend to believe that we do not dance, we are not drunk. There is always the second degree so that we need to listen to music. And today, even if I make songs that you can dance to in a club, there is always a theme that will appeal to you. I like the intellectual side associated with the music, she did say. And all the best to her. She has dropped, she has dropped a new work. And in case you're looking for some music or some artist to add onto your playlist, make sure you're looking for Charlotte Dipanda. Coming all the way from Cameroon. And I was saying, in some other cases, we might not be able to be well acquainted with, artists coming from West African nation of Cameroon, because I do think at the end of the day, it's because, East Africa speaks in English, and West Africa is more inclined to, West Africa is inclined to French. But, it's all good music. Somewhat, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Jamaica, I believe. And I hope that you are doing well. Please do let us know what your thoughts are about this particular artist, and she goes by the name Charlotte. Like I said, and I hope I'm pronouncing it the way it's supposed to be pronounced. Just in case you would like the correct spelling of the same, I will be putting it to you right here on the chat, so that you can get to be able to vibe to her music and get to check out what she is all about. All the way representing for Cameroon. And of course, moving away from that, we shall be taking another short music break, and when we come back, we shall be introducing our topic for today, because I believe at the end of the day, artists get to develop because of the support that they get from their fans and the support that they get from the community, and not just artists but even entertainers. But our question for today is a charity work. When artists or entertainers obliged or obligated to do community work, are they obligated, or it's about whether they like or whether not? Are they obligated really to be involved or to create what we call the CSR, the corporate social responsibility, where they give back the community? We shall be getting back to that particular conversation when we get back, and you shall be letting us know also your thoughts on the same on our different social media platforms. For now, we get to jump to some more music, and of course the name of this particular jam right here is known as Tonight. It's Pole Pole by Wavinia Williams.
This is Black Star Radio for the 21st century.
You already know.
I've been calm, shaking one, take it slow. Okay, check it, feel it, take it slow. Low, till I'm powerful. Full tracks, I'm taking it more. See on the day we like what he like. Cash in cash, shorty ball on that. Nip in the trip, soup in the straps. Got so fat. Nigga, don't try, I ain't copying me now. I'm a G now, cause the body keep them.
Ijumaa, I gotta check payday. Nigga spend on my fancy, kila siku nifurahi day. Haitafika Ijumaa, I gotta call Mayday. Nasia vita ya mapenzi, kila siku nifurahi day. Haitafika Ijumaa, I gotta check payday. Nigga spend on my fancy, kila siku nifurahi day. Haitafika Ijumaa, I gotta call Mayday. Nasia vita ya mapenzi, kila siku nifurahi day. Na kucheki ko busy ko grind, juzi chedo na zimind. Maziwa kisongo sibaki behind, they say you is weak, we just kind. Don't see a nikipita ko blind, kama zangu zikicheza rewind. Still in the trap, nikislang is grind. Paradise niko so refined, niko on, sedi kijito ni ching chong. Love na dunga mading dong, pele kashikika jing jong. Shore nataka kucheza na miti, kalisikiza mini king kong. Miniweka kwenye ringtone, yeah. Siko idhaa ya kutafuta bibi, nampelekaga Hilton. If you give me that reason, cause young money make the bed rock. Nigga nika Mr. Flintstone. Welcome to the jam rock. Ona sasa tuko Kingston. Haitafika Ijumaa, I gotta check payday. Nita spend on my frenzy, kila siku ni furahi day. Haitafika Ijumaa, I gotta call Mayday. Nasia vita vya mapenzi, kila siku ni furahi day. Haitafika Ijumaa, I gotta.
Hey, and we're about to do the remix because Ishafika Ijumaa. And of course, that is a vibe right here. Being on a Friday. And of course, being here with you to enjoy the music, we appreciate you taking time to join us on the show. Somewhat, much peace and love to you. Your company is not in vain. And somewhat, you are Infinity on the WhatsApp, right? Because I've been seeing, Infinity, and I think that is a someone, either Samuel or someone else. I thought that was Infinity on WhatsApp. But nonetheless, we want to welcome you back to the Rhythm Scoop Show. Right here on the Black Hot Network, and we were talking about philanthropy, or we were talking about charity work in the community. And of course, a perfect example we shall be using for community work right here is the son of Will Smith. He goes by the name Jaden Smith, and Jaden Smith has his own foundation known as Looking at the Stars. And at some point, what he got to do was provide a whole track known as the I Love You restaurant. Which he did put in the streets, and it was supplying people with free food, especially the homeless in the streets. And of course, some people say, oh, it's because he can't afford it, and he doesn't, he has a lot of money, and he can, but how many people do we have that have a lot of money but have not done anything, that have not done anything? And of course, that was last year when he did set up this track known as the I Love You restaurant. And when he was turning 21, I believe this year, of course, he will be 22. But I think at some point people might overlook the fact that it is also maybe perhaps coming from is that Jaden Smith, of course, has also been involved with another project that was supposed to give people in Flint clean water. Of course, we have been following the story with Flint, Michigan, where people have not been able to access water because of the lead contamination in that particular area. But he did team up with the church to supply clean water in Flint. And that was also, I believe, last year. The Rappers Organization and First Trinity Missionary Baptist Church on Friday announced they'll deploy a mobile water filtration system known as a water box that reduces lead and other potential contaminants in the water. And this is a little bit, I believe, of what he had to say regarding the same.
In effect, environmental issues around the world that might not.
Thank you.
The only thing that would, bring me down and make me start thinking more deeply about the world is when I start thinking about all of the people that are being affected by the environmental issues around the world that might not necessarily have the resources to necessarily recover from massive floods, an earthquake, a hurricane, all of these natural disasters that happen around the world but are getting increasingly more powerful and worse because of climate change. It's extremely hurtful when people try to take down all of the things that for so long us in the environmental community have been trying to push forward. And it's honestly sad and it's heart-wrenching, but I truly believe that the youth of the world is really starting to wake up and to realize that we have to come together and we have to create solutions and we have to truly push them to the world, because we cannot rely on different administrations or companies to push these initiatives for us. We really have to get behind them, we have to get passionate, and we have to take the wheel.
Sure.
So says the millionaire right there, and he is a billionaire, I believe, and he has all the money because Of course, from the time he started doing the franchise, all these movies, the Karate Kid, and all these projects he has been involved in. Of course, being the son of Will Smith, he has already been linked to the Hollywood, and now he has the money. But he distributed over 5 million bottles to water residents, but bottled water donations all are on a declare. That is, according to the statements are given there. But nonetheless, I would just like to know from Kami or from Azobi, I would like to respond. When it comes to the matter of charity, do you think celebrities, not even entertainers and artists, are obligated to to be involved with community work? Or do you think maybe ni ukitaka usipotaka?
Okay, I think let me first of all commend that is at Jaden for the work he's doing. Personally, I used to love watching his movie when there was a time he did get to act with his dad, and I was so all over him until I learned he was gay. Well, let's not even talk about that. But let me tell you, the moment you as a celebrity, you are out there trying to do the most for the people, giving back to the society, it is something good. It means that the people, as much as they might be listening to your music or watching your work, it means that you are supporting them. It means that you get to think about them. And of course, it is very much normal for some people to come and critique you. For example, you just say that there was someone who was saying that, oh, it is maybe because he has money. Yes, I have money. I'm not just most of the time buying myself designers, but I got to think about you. I got to think about your kids. You can imagine the side effects of a lead, when you get to consume lead on a daily basis, the side effects. Not many artists will come out and do this. We've seen a lot of artists enjoying, in their own homes and so on. Well, which is not bad. And in regards to the question that you've asked me, if I think maybe it's mandatory or so, I think it's mandatory in some sort of way that the moment you've actually, in terms of this, the moment that you started gaining the fruits from the entertainment industry, you feel like you've sorted yourself fast, because I'm not saying that umepata pesa kidogo alafu you're out here, are giving out, and then the next thing you're going broke. Make sure first of all you've made sure that you're financially stable, you've sorted out your things, sorted out your family also, because some people would rather not sort their family but go sort out the outside world, and that is where now you get to hear hearsay. But so I believe it is mandatory to do that, because in one way or another you get to touch the hearts of people. And for for Jaden, some artists will come about this agenda, do it for a few days and then stop it. But for him, it seems like it has been going on for quite some time, which is actually good, which is something good. And I also want to agree on a statement he had earlier on said, that if you get to leave this to be done by water companies, different companies in Chad, some of these companies do not care. Some of these companies work for only those who can't be able to afford these services. So I just commend his work, and I'm also for the fact that as an artist, you should go out there, help people. The moment you started, of course, seeing your fruit, the moment you kept yourself comfortable and helped, of course, your family too.
True, I agree with that. I can also support Kami's, Kami's say. I believe, let me not even go far. Let me not even, when you touch JD's story and all that, what artists are really supposed to do. Yesterday when I was at home, I was just sitting and I had someone knocking at the door. And he was like, when I opened, he was like, hi, this and this, I just want, if you have flour, if you have maybe sugar or maybe some clothes, I just want to take to the orphans. My cousin's kid was like, no, don't give them out. That is a scammer, don't give them out. That is a scammer. He just wants some things to go and keep in the house. Then I was just like, somehow he's kind of making sense. Then I'm just like, nah. Something just touched me and I'm like, no. Let me just take whatever I have, whatever I don't wear, and give it out. So I believe when it comes to celebrities, it's mandatory. Because if you're earning, let's say, $1 billion in a month or maybe $1 million in a month, it's good to go back to the society, not only to the, it doesn't have to be like the whole country, like you're helping the whole country. Maybe where you're coming from, there's an orphanage or maybe some people who are struggling in a way that you'd love to help them. It's good when you go back to the society and giving it back. Those who are saying that Jaden Smith is, because he has money and everything, that is just some silly excuse. Yeah.
Okay, it's like you're walking up a hill.
I wasn't gonna call in on this show, but I got to go in on. I told you, it's not anything that's sophisticated. Let me get out of here first. I can explain about Jaden Smith and the whole Mr. Smith family. It's sophisticated. Yeah,
very.
It's only 50-50. don't believe that shit. So,
Yes.
be respectful. Let me do this, you guys go to check and I'll come back in about 5 minutes. I just feel alive.
Okay. I was just saying that at the end of the day, you realize that there has been a link with some people in the industry. For example, Tyler, the creator, they all say to have been having some relationship going on. But nonetheless, we shall take a short break, and when we come back, we shall be discussing about the matter of entertainers and celebrities and even artists are giving back to society. I believe at the end of the day, some of them do it so that they can get some money or attract some attention to themselves. They are not really doing it so that they can help any community. Some of them will be out there doing it so that they can really just get to attract some attention to them because it's good PR. If you say you are in Mukuru or you are in whatever other place that is needy and you're giving this and that, you're giving all these other kinds of things that you might be giving, cooking oil, milk, some of them might be doing it just for attention. But nonetheless, we shall be taking some music, and when we get back now, we shall be getting discuss about that particular matter in its entirety as we get to ask from the family, are artists obligated to do charity work or not?
If you fall in love like I do, usinipende mama. If you want designer, buy for you. Juna kupenda sana, kwetu ni ghetto, hakuna gado. All I can offer, baby, shika love, yeah. Usinipende, usiniache niende, yeah. Play a guitar for you, sing a little song as we dance to the tune, yeah. Daddy-daddy-da for you, daddy-daddy-da for you. Oh baby, play a guitar for you, sing a little song as we dance to the tune, yeah. Daddy-daddy-da-da-da, daddy-daddy-da-da-da. Usinipende, usiniache niende, usinipende, usiniache niende. A chance for you, kill a boy and I die for you. I will stand like a pyramid, from behind in a battlefield. Yeah, hallelujah, yeah, I will die for you. Yeah, hallelujah, yeah, I will die for you. Kwetu ni ghetto, hakuna gado. All I can offer, baby, shika love, yeah. Usinipende, usiniache niende. Play a guitar for you, sing a little song as we dance to the tune, yeah. Daddy-daddy-da for you, daddy-daddy-da for you. Oh baby, play a guitar for you, sing a little song as we dance to the tune, yeah. Daddy-daddy-da-da-da, daddy-daddy-da-da-da. Hustle on my side, me treats. Imagine I need so in a month for bricks, yeah. Who clad it in vain, I feel the pain while walking in rain. Do ya come at me, cause you got the yummy in me. The reason to love you indeed, the reason to put you my seed for your family. Na 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 na, yeah. Usinipende, na 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 na, yeah. Baby nipende, kwetu ni ghetto, hakuna gado. All I can offer, baby, shika love, yeah. Usinipende, usiniache niende, yeah. Play a guitar for you, sing a little song as we dance to the tune, yeah. Daddy-daddy-da for you, daddy-daddy-da for you.
And that is the sound of the wonderful Kappa Dre representing for the 254. The name of the song is Nipende, which simply means love. And he was talking about the ghetto and how the life is in the ghetto. I think the music is relational.
Can you hear me, Spike?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
You know, my voice is messing with get on these damn shows.
Damn, I think you need to rest your voice.
Now.
Yeah.
I know, but they begged me to come on again last night after you went off.
Now,
I did a 4-hour show, and I came back and did another 2-hour show last night. Everybody wants to learn. There's a waking up process. Everybody wants to learn.
Then I think someone should be sending some of that bottled water from Jamaica to Miami.
Yes.
Yeah, because you've been talking, you've been on the trip for like 6 hours. That's it's too much. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, 6 hours. 6 hours. You know, my voice is messed up. But I told you, if anything, white supremacy is sophisticated. So I'm trying to teach you guys to not be naive as most African people on the planet. As David Smith is not a friend to black people. I hate to tell you this, you guys get caught up in the glitz and the flint only run the flint to get bottled water. Who gives a shit? Those people have been without clean water for fucking 10 years. If you have some funky ass bottled water, it's nothing but a publicity stuff for him and his goofy ass family. Everything they promote is anti-black. He's talking about it's okay to suck dick. His goofy ass daddy talking about it's okay. It's okay that his daughter gets a sex change operation like that $12 and $13 all this wacky shit. So you would think that, oh, he's such a good person. That's for you to be enamored by them and then to accept the bullshit that they come with. Like with R. Kelly. They were, what's that lady's name who did the show on Spice? Oprah's best friend.
Gail King. Is it Gail King? Or who are you talking about?
Black people.
Cindy Arrivo. Is it Cindy Arrivo?
No. You got it right. Gail King.
Yeah.
Talking crazy about black people.
Yeah.
The whole Smith family that don't go with white people and allow this no good bitch to talk crazy about Kobe Bryant and black men. So when Snoop Dogg came out, which he's a puppet too, he tried to go after her.
They made him apologize.
And the whole industry came after Snoop. Yeah, they made him apologize. I'm sorry I came after this woman for talking crazy about black people. But the whole Smith family was in on that shit. So don't be, I told you guys, to stop out, reverse engineer, analyze. Don't be so quick to look at the shiny thing in the goddamn window. Oh, look at David Smith. He's giving water to these desperate Negroes in Flint. He's such a good guy. Then he comes around and says, hey, that'll give you niggas water. You all agree with fucking a man in the ass.
Yeah, it's a give for give. It's something for something that is where the people of Flint will be getting the message.
Yeah,
but also see,
always be more sophisticated. And say, well, what is he doing? His family ain't done shit for black people. Will Smith is anti-black. Whole family's fucked up.
In the family.
So when you see they coming out there doing something for black people, you go like, whoa, what's going on here?
The agenda. I was just saying also in 2012 there was the Will Smith and Jaden Smith. They were involved in raising money for another project in Ethiopia, and that was a project where they raised about $100,000 for the charity to provide water in Ethiopia for communities in Ethiopia.
$100,000,
which is nothing.
That's it.
That is in 2012, 2010.
Exactly, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Why did the raise that? He could have gave that to him out of his own bank account. Will Smith. It's publicity stuff.
Yeah.
And stand that nigga.
He was in Ethiopia, and I believe in Ethiopia they still may be with him in terms of what he's doing with his film or what he's doing with his agenda.
Well, it's a publicity stuff. How the fuck you gotta raise $100,000? You get this game to people the shit out of his own damn pocket when there's no good ads. This is the most anti-black motherfucker in Hollywood. All of them anti-black. Trying to teach you guys to realize when you see these Hollywood stars that are anti-black, that's the only reason why they're allowed to be in Hollywood. That's why they went around telling, oh, you niggas, please take the shot. Please I'm Will Smith, Cammy. Please, I want you to take the shot, Cammy. I'm Will Smith.
Kami was saying you cannot talk ill about Kami's crush. You know, Kami was saying when she was in school, she used to crush on Jaden Smith.
That was
and now that you say that, you know, her heart is broken and she cannot even be able to talk on the microphone. She has to take a break.
Jaden Smith, they crushed her out. He crushed on a dick in his mouth.
Kid, that was then in high school. Let me tell you, in high school back then, Jaden was, you know, a crush to almost every girl because, you know, he had a lot of things like that. But it's good you have highlighted on, you know, the real fact about them. We know you have looked on the shiny part. And it is good, of course, to take a look at both sides. But I was just saying, you know, in terms of helping people, it is a good move.
The family is, Cammy. You know his mama was sleeping with his best friend, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're not the people that tell you about clean water.
I think on the mama's side, it was some payback to the dad.
Sorry?
Augustina is gay.
No, I'm saying Augustina
Wow.
Zobi just got the news that August Alsina was sleeping with and now, you know, all it on the news. Yeah, she was saying some of her mentors that she has been looking to them as actors, and you know, people who are.
Yo, please don't get caught with these people that just say on movies, Joey. They're bought and paid for. Please understand that, sweetheart. They're not in your interest. All of them are anti-black, and so you know that's why I never was ever made ridicule of his mother sleeping with his best friend. What kind of shit is that? That's why they didn't make a big deal about it, because the Smith families are tools, really tools, of white supremacy. So that's why they didn't make a big deal about him sleeping with his goddamn JD's best friend. What kind of shit is that?
But the thing is, even right now, maybe with these the quote unquote charity projects, they might also now push them in Africa to tell people to get a shot in Africa, like you are really.
Of course.
They will say, we give you water.
Africans gonna look at, oh, he's a movie star. Look at the fifth family, so fucked up, so weird, so backward. But you don't know, oh, you know it's from a movie. Oh, he was the Men in Black. He was this. He was great. Whole family's fucking debaucherous and fucked up.
He was the Man in Black saving the world. You know, there were the Men in Black saving the world.
now my sons ain't giving you my sons ain't giving you poor niggas drinking water. Look at us. What do you think about your Jada, what do you think about your mama fucking your best friend? Oh, we're not gonna talk about that, about the water.
and of course he also.
Were you mad at your mama?
He made that
track. Were you mad at your mama for molesting a young boy?
No.
Last year he made a track called "I Love You Restaurant," which was a track supplying people with food in the streets to the homeless during when he was celebrating his 21st birthday. And you know, now people, he might go back to the same homeless people and tell them, I've come back with another second track over the "I Love You Restaurant." And he also giving you a job. And we also giving you the job as you can't pick up your meal. You can also get the job as well. That is the condition. Sorry?
No. Has he changed anybody's life? The answer no. These are publicity stunts to try to change his family's name. Their name is fucked up because of all the antics that they've done. So what they're trying to do is change their name. I change to do good deeds. Look at us. They've done some good deeds now.
And he might be.
But the family's doing so much fucked up shit.
You might be going back to music, and his rap is not that good either. But nonetheless, I wanted to continue the conversation and ask.
He doesn't rap, not that good. He's horrible.
He cannot.
He has no talent. It's because he's Will Smith's son. That's it. His acting stinks. His goddamn rapping stinks.
Keith,
and modeling as well, you know, showing those trends in Hollywood and all that. But I want to say, at the end of the day, I do believe that some people have used a charity, quote unquote charity, to bring the money or the benefit to themselves. You know, you might say, I'm working with these children from these community, or you want to give, yeah, you will say you are also giving children, you know, school, you know, food in their school, or you might say you're giving.
I'm giving them food.
Yeah,
in the club. And give them old blankets. Look at me. I'm a child of God.
And what will happen eventually is that they will, of course, gain some traction to their name or to their brand, because they are all about, you know, being on the media. If you haven't released a song in a while, yeah.
I'm not going to you to ask you. As I go to ask you about yourself, hey, Mr. James Smith, can you give me something? Get your dirty ass away from me. How dare you?
I remember there was a meme that someone created saying that we are in this together, so we need to stay home. There was a meme that was made saying that we are in this together, we need to stay home. And then there was a comparison between the home where Will Smith you know, stays. It's a very fancy, very fancy place in a mansion. So you cannot compare being told to stay home, and that is the home he is staying at. And then you have another small house at the end of the day where you cannot even breathe, like in the slums. And then you're told these two are homes, both of them are homes, and you need to stay in your house. Do not leave because you go out there and catch the COVID. And I was making a comparison. It was really funny.
Did they bring anybody into their home? Of course not.
They will not take anyone with their dirty, you know, with their dirty, rugged, homeless clothes.
Exactly.
They will not.
Can you let me get you? You told me to social distance. Your house is big enough to help me. Can I come in and be in one of your rooms? Hey, where's security at to get this nigga off my damn lawn?
Bobby Danfa, thank you so much for joining us. You say our kid is talking bad about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yes, that is what is going on.
And remember, Bobby Danfa be doing everything Ethiopian. Remember, the only reason why, and Candy and Joey don't even know this. I thought Spike, I don't think Spike even remember this. The reason why Will Smith got that job, made him a star, because what's the producer name? Billy Medina was allowed to fuck him in the ass.
Damn.
Ew.
So Spike, he looked this up, because it was good. That role wasn't made for Will Smith. He really was a great rapper. It was made for what's the dude who's supposed to got the role? And Billy Medina tried to fuck the dude. He said, man, I don't go like that. He punched Billy Medina in the mouth.
Who was
the fuck is wrong with you?
Who was the guy? Who was the guy that was supposed to have?
That was like pull up on Google said, who was the rapper who was supposed to be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air before Will Smith? It should say his name. He was more popular than Will Smith. Will Smith was the second dude because he was letting him fuck him. Everybody knows this secret in Hollywood. Right? The secret.
His name is Willard Carroll. No, not that. No, that is not. That is a Will Smith. Let me see who was supposed to be the actor.
Yeah. Who was the rapper? Not the actor. He was the rapper.
Oh, okay. Who was the rapper?
Who was the rapper who was supposed to get the role of Fresh Prince before Will Smith? Damn, what's his name?
MC Shan. They call him MC Shan. New York. He's from New York. MC Shan.
MC Shan. Because MC Shan was more popular than Will Smith. I mean, you don't know who he is today because he fell off, right?
Yeah.
But back then, MC Shan was much bigger than fucking Will. Will Smith was a no-ball, goofball rapper.
They say the 55.
MC Shan.
Yeah. They say the 55-year-old New York rapper MC Shan has claimed he was picked for French Prince role, but he didn't get the part as he rejected.
That's the truth. Everybody knows the truth. You know the truth that he claimed. Everybody knows the MC Shan was supposed to get that role, and then Billy Medina said, yes, you get the role, but I get to fuck you in the ass first.
They say he rejected the producer Benny Medina's advances. And
exactly.
Yeah, that is what did go on. They probably also did have.
Got fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
to get the role. That's how Hollywood goes.
Hollywood is crazy.
Everybody knows that.
Hollywood, they have been using people in all sorts of crazy ways. Bobby Danko, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and we are delighted to get your feedback as well. Bobby, yeah.
Like what was Will Smith's first role? His first role was a man was playing a dude getting fucked in the butt. That was his first movie. Was called 6 Degrees of Separation. But that role was supposed to go to MC Stan because he was a bigger rock star back then than Will Smith. And so when they brought him in, it was him and goddamn Quincy Jones. Remember, Tupac told you Quincy Jones tried to fuck him and he had to hit Quincy Jones in his mouth.
Never heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna pull this up as own fact.
It's all news.
Because he was his own news. So, if he says that, man, I don't get down like that, fucking wrong, this motherfucker gonna give me Quincy Jones trying to fuck me in the butt. I don't get down like that.
I see Quincy eventually went ahead and married a beast. I see the woman with Quincy here on
not one beast, like many beasts.
Yeah. The one I see.
Also a bunch of men fucking on everything.
The one I see here is the one. I think he has a couple of them line up Quincy Jones.
Yeah, he has a couple of white women. He only been with white women, but he's been with white dudes fucking him in his butt.
But he takes the money off the black culture, you know. He takes the money off the black culture, but he will not talk about Quincy Jones. I just wanted to know about the feedback from the family, what Samuel and
now you can remember Quincy Jones made Michael Jackson a star. Go back and who produced Michael Jackson's album?
Quincy
Jones.
Yeah.
Yes. So, guess what was going on?
Michael Jackson was having the day, being a sodomized, whatever.
You get this aspect Michael Jackson and his family getting sodomized as children. They were going on these white shows and the white people fucking them in the butt to go on the show. So that's the problem, you know these white people sodomizing them as children.
The same way.
That's how Hollywood works,
I'm just saying that the same way Al Kelly was being taken advantage of when he was young and therefore had a messed up career, eventually ended up throwing the career. Right now the situation he is right now is a real.
I like to see Joey and Jamie's face. Their face probably messed up
you are deconstructing their beautiful images of those the heroes. Yeah, you're trying to put some dirt on their heroes' name, and that's
I'm bringing light. I'm not the one who did it. I'm just telling you what happened.
You're just a messenger. Yeah,
we can't kill the messenger.
Don't get mad at me.
We're not mad. We're not mad.
That is what Quincy Jones had to put them through to make his money. But nonetheless, family, we almost winding up because we shall also be getting back and getting to discuss some more matters. And
I want y'all come on here though.
Yeah, it's okay.
I had to clear that up with that Jaden Smith shit.
And we shall be taking a short music break, and when we come back, we just wind up. But thank you so much, Akid, for joining us on the show. Hope you can also join us on the other show as well, as we get to discuss more matters that have to do with relationships and in the current day generation. Nonetheless, we shall be jamming to one of the songs before we wind up, and we shall be taking some closing remarks from Akami, Enzo B, and myself as well. Nakumbuka. No. vibes all the way from Zambia. Nonetheless, we are discussing about the matter to do with what the charity work, is an obligation for artists. And personally, I do believe it's a good thing, because if you are able to give back to the community, that will of course solidify your brand. You'll be able to interact with more people that do support your music. I don't know what are the thoughts of coming up.
And I also get to agree on that regarding the fact that it is good to give back to the society, whether you are a celebrity or not. But I believe the moment you do have much, at your plate, it is good to always take a look at the unfortunate, because at the end of the day, the scale will never be the same. The scale will never be the same. So you just gotta do what you gotta do to try at least and put a smile on someone's face. And also in the process, I hate when celebrities or someone who has it, gets out to the streets, is giving out that, taking images and so on. I think,
and showing
that is more like you're telling this person, like, you depend on me, I'm just doing your favor and things like that. Just do it out of your heart and showing off. Let someone support you instead.
I'll agree with Kami and Spikes. Mine, I'll just take it from my side personally. One thing that I've always desired, when I always tell God, or to the creator of the universe, when I grow up, I'm not yet grown.
Wow.
I'm not yet grown.
Sweet 11, we are listening.
Let me just hear, wow.
When I grow up, when I become, that financially stable enough that I can be able to help people out, I want to, of course, build up a charity home. I hate it when I go to the street, especially in town, then a kid is maybe borrowing you maybe 10 shillings, and you don't have it. Let's say you have the least money that you can give out. Lockdown me back in a fair, and they won't understand that. You just have to tell them, Sina, and it really, really hurts saying that I don't have, and knowing you don't know if they're gonna sleep hungry, or maybe if they really have something to eat, whatever they're gonna do with the money. So you, artist there, who has a lot of money, and you're in a position that you can help people, and you're not. God has put you in that position. Not for for fame. Yes, you might be famous, you might be worldwide, on top of the world, but God has a reason why He kept you there. There are people whom you left behind, and there are people who are also looking up to you, right? Exactly. So I think it's mandatory. You help people out. Do not use your money just for drugs and for fame.
That's a good thing. But for me, I think it's not mandatory. I have seen someone trying to go and kwa inbox ya Ekodida, they went to the inbox ya Ekodida kumwambia sunitumie sijui this and that. It's like now they want to bully you so that now you send them, which is crazy. Because now you're an artist, it's not supposed to be like that. But nonetheless, we want to appreciate everyone that has joined us on the show. It has been a delight, and much peace and love to you. Till next time, we want to say, Kwaheri.